Imagine this very moment. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your breath, the quiet weight of thoughts drifting through your mind, the simple, undeniable reality of being here, alive, aware. Now try to turn your attention toward the complete opposite of all this. Not pain, not darkness, not silence, but the total absence of any you who could possibly feel, notice, or even remember anything at all. You cannot do it. And in that quiet, stubborn impossibility lies one of the strangest and most liberating truths about existence. You will never experience your own death. Over 2,000 years ago, the Greek philosopher Epicurus expressed this insight with crystalline simplicity. He wrote, "Death is nothing to us, for when we exist, death is not present, and when death is present, we no longer exist." Read those words slowly. They are almost a logical incantation. As long as you are here, as long as this fragile stream of awareness continues, death has not arrived. And the moment death truly arrives, the one who might have witnessed it has already disappeared. There is no threshold, no point where you can stand and say, "Here it is. Here is my own death." It is like trying to watch the flame go out from inside the candle itself. Ludwig Wittgenstein took the thought even further. He wrote, "Death is not an event in life. We do not live to experience death." Think of it like the boundary of your vision. You never actually see the edge of what you can see. The field simply ends. There is no beyond you can gaze into while still remaining the one who sees. Your life is that same kind of field. It has no crossing point you can occupy while still being the traveler. Every time we attempt to imagine what death will be like, we unconsciously cheat. We insert a little surviving fragment of ourselves into the picture, floating in peaceful blackness, drifting in vast silence, watching the stars from some disembodied vantage point. But every one of those scenes is still an experience. They still require a subject, someone home, to register the peace, the silence, the wonder. True death is not black. It is not empty. It is not lonely. It is the complete absence of the very capacity to have any quality whatsoever. Nothingness does not feel like anything, because feeling requires being. Martin Heidegger approached the same abyss from a different direction. He described death as the possibility of the impossibility of any existence at all. The phrase is deliberately dizzying. Death is not one possibility among others, like falling in love or failing or traveling the world. It is the end of the entire space in which any possibility can occur. We never reach death in the first person. We only ever live toward it, always approaching, never arriving. And strangely, this very approach gives life its weight, its urgency, its depth. Because we sense the boundary, because we feel the finitude, each breath, each choice, each ordinary moment begins to shine with irreplaceable value. We stop drifting through days as though time were infinite. So where does this leave us? Right here, still breathing, still feeling the soft pulse of being alive. Still able to choose how we meet the hours that remain. Death will never arrive as something you can look back on and describe. There will never be an afterward from you that says, "I have died, and this is what it was like." There is a strange comfort in that fact. Epicurus was right. Death truly is nothing to us. No suffering, no waiting, no endless dark. And there is also a quiet, sobering shadow, Heidegger's shadow, reminding us how lightly we sometimes live, how easily we postpone what matters, how often we forget the sheer miracle of still being here. Perhaps the deepest question is not, what will death be like? The real question is softer, more urgent. Knowing you will never meet your own death, how will you meet the life that is still yours? Thank you for sitting with this thought. Carry it gently into the rest of your day. Perhaps take one small, deliberate step that remembers how brief and astonishing this light truly is. Until we meet again, live deliberately.